Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekend love readings. These will be from the 8th until the 10th of May. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you are in Australia, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know that it's different all around the world, but in Australia on Sunday it is Mother's Day. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. For all of the people just joining us for the first time, welcome. These are the weekend reads. They're a shorter read. If you're interested in a longer read, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and that way YouTube will notify you either on Sunday or Monday that the weeklies are out. So they come out on the Sunday and Monday Australian Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's get started though. Love messages for Aquarius. You guys had stacks of views last week. It was fabulous. Thank you for all your support. Love messages, Aquarius. Here we go, Aquarius. Oh. If you can hear that snoring in the background, that is my giant dog, so I do apologize for that. She is fast asleep, but she's not eating for a change while I'm doing readings, so that's kind of exciting. All right, you guys have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So maybe some difficulties, possibly not wanting to really change. Okay. Aquarius. I feel like for a lot of you, okay, you're being really hard on yourself. That's how it is. Hold on a second. Her snoring was so out of control, I had to stop it. Yeah, you're being really hard on yourself here. So I think that you're kind of stuck in a bit of a loop at the moment here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Not willing to, well, not really wanting to let go of the past and kind of revisiting it over and over again in your mind. I won't be surprised if we get the Hermit in reverse. But with this Four of Cups, it's this reminiscing and wondering, did I miss this opportunity, or could it have gone differently, or should I have done something differently, or what if this had have happened instead, and kind of replaying all of those what ifs in your head. Judgment. It's a whole lot of judgment on yourself, and it's kind of the unknown as well. You can't possibly know what could or might have or might not have happened. All you can know is what has happened, and that's what you can deal with. All right, let's see what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is all about. Okay, yeah, so there's been, you may have actually really fought for the connection. Otherwise, there was a lot of fighting at the end, and it was kind of silly fighting, like not even big argument tower fighting. It was like bickering. One more for that one, please. Yeah, okay. And then someone decided, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore, or I don't want this relationship anymore. King of Pentacles. It could have been an earth sign. Four of Cups, please. Yeah, moved right away from it. And it's like it's really actually affected how you perceive yourself. I think you really struggled to learn the lessons from it because you're so caught up in, there's not enough acceptance yet. You're so stuck in what could I have done differently. You haven't learned the lessons of I deserve better, or what could they have done differently, or all those, because there's two parts to what could I have done differently. It's great to reflect like that, but you also have to then consider that in the broader context of, well, actually, what was I in control of and what wasn't I in control of? And yep, cool, okay, what could I have done about the things that I am in control of, and what about the things that I'm not in control of? Ooh. And how then will I make sure that I don't put myself in that situation again, or those sorts of things. Though you haven't reached that point yet, you're still in self-judgment. Judgment card, please. So that growth is yet to come. Yeah, so you're judging the things that you feel responsible for the failure of this somehow. One more, please, for judgment. Now, this won't be for all of you. So for those of you that are going, I'm not responsible, that's great. This is not your message then. It is a general reading, remember. Yeah, so you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself about this and the outcome of this. Now, if you were the one to walk away, you're now wondering, was that the right thing to do? If it was the other person that walked away, you're sitting there going, well, did I cause that? Did I force them away? Most likely outcome here, please. Okay, you're not ready to let go yet. You're still holding on. And that's reflected up here in the Wheel of Fortune too. That kind of, it's a denial. Yeah, okay. You've got the Fool there as well. Okay. So your new start is going to come once you stop waiting for communication and you let go of, and you finished grieving. Okay, that's probably what I'm getting at. You're still in a grief phase up here. You haven't actually, when I say you haven't got to the lessons yet, it's not because I don't think you can't learn or anything like that. It's part of your grief curve, and you haven't got to that acceptance stage. You can only get the lessons once you reach acceptance. That's what I'm talking about. So you're still very much in this grief phase. It's telling me though very clearly that although you're holding on with fiercely at the moment, this guy is like, I'm not giving up anything and I'm not going to change my position. And a lot of you are probably even yelling at me right now going, no, you're wrong or whatever. That's fine. That's cool. Also part of your grief curve. I'm totally okay with that, because what Spirit's saying is you're new. You'll be reborn with this Fool card, which is amazing. Once you get to this point where you're not waiting for communication. In fact, you've probably blocked their communication. And if you haven't done that, then you will eventually. Even if it feels like it's never going to happen, you will get to a point where you're like, I actually don't want to hear from this person. So let me make sure that doesn't happen. And you will have also, like I said, let go of that grief. That Five of Cups will be in reverse. So these two things will come together. And so please have hope that you will get to that. You won't be stuck in this grief phase forever. In fact, it's really positive what's coming towards you. So let's see what the advice is to get you through it. Advice, please, for Aquarius. Now, when I say you're in a grief phase too, that doesn't mean that you're crying and, you know, all of that sort of stuff every single day. Grief is different. You might just be isolating yourself from people, and not coronavirus isolating, but kind of, you know, just keeping your distance. Keeping your distance. Everything I'm saying is basically related to coronavirus. Not trying to trivialize this at all, but, you know, closing off from the world, really. Just not being your normal self, not doing things that make you feel good. In fact, you may be finding that the whole coronavirus isolation situation is going one or two ways. It's either giving you the space to process this a lot better, great, or it might be sending you into a deeper hole. So you need to be very hyper aware of that, and then adjust where you need to, even if it doesn't feel good at first. And even if you're doing it in baby steps, like, you know, I don't care if you're doing a half-hour walk out amongst people. Great. Start that and, you know, build on that. You know, a 5-minute conversation that you initiate with someone, you know, because I know what that's like when you are in that grief phase and you kind of just lock down and you don't want to talk to anyone, and you're not necessarily, you know, crying and wailing like some people are, and that's fine. But it goes unnoticed because it's a subtle grief. That doesn't mean that you're grieving any less, okay? Okay. Advice, please. Spirit confirming. They're like, as soon as you can do this and stop waiting for that communication and block that communication, you're immediately going to feel better. But you can only do that when you're ready. I know there are so many points of view out there that say, no, you should just cut that person off immediately. I don't subscribe to that because I don't feel good when I do that. It comes, but it comes in your own time, because it can actually trigger a lot more anxiety if you do it because someone else tells you to do it. I personally have found it's made me more anxious. and has not helped my process at all. So I am a firm believer of you do it when you're ready, but Spirit's saying that's when your change is going to come. That's when it's going to make you feel better. So you want to be working towards being prepared to do that. See, look at this. That is when the stop sign stops being a stop sign and starts being a go sign. Amazing. One more, please. Oh, I love it when they confirm what I'm saying. Sometimes it gets a little bit scary. Okay, so this is kind of saying, look, there's two things here. Part of you might be holding on out of stubbornness, like I'm not going to let go of this. I've put too much into it. You need to be aware of that. But I think the other side of it is you're actually, by holding on to this so fiercely, and I can feel that it's like the jaws of life holding on to it, you're really draining yourself spiritually. So you need to be either doing counter activities to refill your spirit, those meditation, maybe some cleansing stuff, baths if that makes you feel better, whatever your thing is, if it's nature or water or whatever, go and be around those things, because you definitely need that spiritual healing at the moment. That's what this is about, because it's draining away from you, and this whole situation is draining you, and I think you don't want it to go too far where it breaks you. So you need to just keep an eye on that, I guess. Everyone's different, so again, only you can know that. All right, Aquarius. Pay attention to the red flags. Again, that's this. If you've got any health issues, I want you to be really careful of them, because this situation may set off some health issues. And if they're subtle health issues that you kind of always put to the side, or they're not serious or not big or whatever, be careful, because they might turn into big issues. And you need to be aware of how this is impacting your health, definitely. All right, Aquarius, that's what I've got for you this weekend. It sounds like a rough one, but it's actually a positive one. So please try and find the positive notes in it. They're definitely there. I'm seeing positive things for you. I know that it's hard at the moment, but you're definitely heading in the right direction. I'll see you back here for the weekly reads. Talk to you then. Bye.